What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Artful podcast. It's Matteo, as usual, here bringing every week a new episode of the Artful podcast. After a Christmas break, we are here back, full of energy. Can't wait to do more episodes of this podcast every week. So please subscribe. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and all that mamba jamba YouTube thing. So yeah, support the channel like that. It's really important. Anyway, coming back from Christmas break, New Year's Eve, amazing time as usual. A little break. It's always nice. I had my parents around. They came from Italy to Berlin, and we spent some time together. For New Year's Eve, we went out in the woods for 3 days, and it was amazing. There was no even a person around. It was just us, the dog, and that's it. And the woods. It was really nice, relaxing, really, disconnecting from a little bit everything, which is always good. Try to not be on my phone all the time. That's that kind of detox, which is always good. And just try to not think about the new year. Um, because sometimes you can get stressful and it can be really hard on your mind. So a little break, it's always good. That's what I did, and I had my fiance with me, my parents. So it was just family time. We had a lot of food, lots of drink. We cook all day. We watch some TV, some movies, some old time classic Christmas New Year's Eve movie. Yeah, it was a fun time. But during my break, lots of things happened. And today I'm going to talk about in the Artful News segment, I'm going to talk about this stuff. This happened while I was in a break, and I couldn't wait to talk about. And it's a little bit light, nothing too crazy, nothing too intense to discuss. As you read from the title, we're talking about the new BANKSY artwork that is been stolen in less than an hour. And I have a little theory. No, obviously, nothing checked, nothing with proof. We don't do proof here. I'm joking. Um, but yeah, it's a theory of mine that I'm gonna say at the end of the video after we read the article talking about the new BANKSY artwork that was done in the south of London, and it was stolen in less than an hour. So let's read the article straight away. Let's jump into it. And yeah, the article is from the Independent, uh, notorious newspaper. The journalist is Jacob Stolworthy. And it was done the Friday or the 22nd December, 2023, last year. Haha. So let's read. The title is New BANKSY artwork stolen less than an hour after artist announces arrival. That's it. So I'm gonna read the article first time with you guys. I'm gonna react. I'm gonna give my opinion. And yeah, BANKSY latest installation has been stolen less than an hour after the enigmatic artist announced its arrival in south of London. The new piece, which seemingly called for a ceasefire in Gaza, name came in the form of a stop traffic sign with war planes. He made some, I think it was like a 3D war drone, and he put them on a stop sign. He was situated on a commercial way in Peckham until the 10th. So, less than an hour after the arrival, photographers capture images of two anonymous men removing the piece of art from its road sign location. One stood on a rented electric line bike to get so this like city bike to get to the sign, while the other held in its place. Earlier, enigmatic artist BANKSY shared the artwork on his social media page with no explanation. White currently confirmed the artwork was whereabouts remaining unknown, was believed to be a reference to Israel's ongoing war on Hamas. In 2015, Bansky created street art in Gaza in what was deemed one of his most provocative political project on date. The artist's graffiti stencil were added to concrete rumble, and he posted photographs of his artwork to his official website. He captioned his first stencil of a sand. Sorry. He captioned his first stencil on sand, crouching figure. He captioned it bomb damaged Gaza City. In other caption, he wrote Gaza is often described as the world's largest open-air prison because no one is allowed to enter or leave, but that seems to be unfair to prisons. They don't have the electricity and drinking water cut off randomly almost every day. Bansky began creating street art in the 90s, but gained particular notoriety the following decades with his political artworks. The artist's latest work came from after Prime Minister Rishi Sunak um, put pressure on Israel over the need of sustainable ceasefire in Gaza, saying that too many lives have been lost in the bombardment of the territory. Sunak's demands followed comments from his former Defense Secretary Ben Wallace, who warned that Israel's indiscriminate killing rage in Gaza risk fueling the conflict for another 50 years and radicalizing young Muslims across the world. So as we can see the picture in the article and the man that he stole the piece. Yeah, so it's representing on a stop sign. So there's this big stop sign, stop writing, obviously on a sign, and on top of it, I think it looks like a 3D. I don't think it's like a spray paint as it usually works. I think it's like a 3D maquette, or of a drone they usually they use in war to targeting a specific target and launching bombs. So it looks like even if there is no explanation or why he did it and what it represents, it's kind of obvious it's what's going on. There's a lot of like chest fire talk about the Israel and Palestine war, and it's kind of like obviously that it's referring to that, even if we don't know for sure, but what I said, Israel could lose moral and legal authority over its war on Hamas, which was in response to an attack inside Israel that killed 1,200 people, and so 240 other taken hostages. Bansky has installed some other pieces this year, including Valentine's Day's mascara, a mural weighted what is it? A mural weighing 3.8 tons, which appeared on the side of the house of Margaret Kent on Valentine's Day. The mural depicted a 1950s housewife with swollen eyes and missing tooth, wearing an apron and yellow washing up gloves, and throwing a man into a chest freezer. In September, it was placed in the foyer of the Art of Bansky exhibition in Regent Street, central London, where it can be viewed for free. The exhibition featured pieces including Girl with a Balloon, Flowers Throwing, famous Bansky's artworks, and there is also focus on Bansky Disneyland, which actually I've been to, and it was this was Disneyland basically. That's why it's called like that, and there was these massive areas. In every area, it was an artist focusing on something. Usually, it was social or social issues, stuff like that. And it was, this massive group exhibition, we'll say, which I went to, and it was pretty cool, even because the location was on the sea. It was a completely different thing that usually artists do. It had this look of horror, Disneyland horror looking. So yeah. What else are they saying? An exhibition also opened in Glasgow Gallery of Modern Art, blah, blah, blah. The artist often refers to contemporary issues and in 2020 includes message about the pandemic and in his work. So they're just talking about random stuff that he did. Uh, tu- 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 tu. Transport of London for London removed spray paint in a London Underground carriage due to what they call the strict anti-graffiti policy. Nothing to do with it. I think that's it. That's the article. Yeah, so really simple. Bansky, political artist, this did this graffiti installation about what is supposed to be about the Israel-Palestine war, and somebody stole it, which is obviously the fun part. And I think they arrest the first man for sure, like after a bit because he tried to run away, but he was all over the social media. People kind of follow him as well. They knew where he was basically, and they arrest him in a matter of an hour or so. Really quick arrest. The second man, I think it took a bit while. The one who was holding the bike, for him to get to the sign. Um, so yeah, it was. They arrest him as well. Um, Really funny that people. To be honest, I see why somebody will do that. Um, Somebody will stole the artwork, try to steal the artwork. Um, Really funny. Not even an hour, and somebody was already there, try to steal it. Um, my theory is Bansky did the artwork, and my dad was actually asking me about this during the holidays, and he asked me if it was they asked me if we still don't know who Bansky is, and we don't. And I don't think it's one person anymore. I think it's more than one person. I think it's a kind of like a movement. Um, so there's a team behind because sometimes there's a lot of like, they do everything worldwide, artwork worldwide, different about different issues and stuff like that. So I don't think it's one person. Or if it is the one creating everything, every idea, and how and when, I think in my commission to people what to do and how to do it, these big artists, most of the time when they get to a certain level, they don't do their artwork anymore. They ask other people to do it. They have assistants, which they do the artworks most likely. So, I think it's a team. But anyway, my theory is out of nowhere with no proof at all. It's just fun to think this that he created artwork, he put the artwork, and he called somebody, and it was all orchestrated by Bansky basically. It was a marketing strategy of making sure that somebody steals the artwork. And so I think he did artwork and he sent somebody down to steal the artwork. Um, because it went viral. Everybody was talking about everybody, and he did few things like this before. Where, for example, the one in the auction, they were selling one of his artwork, and at some point behind the canvas there was a shredder machine, and they shredded um the artwork during the auction. So he knows how to capture the marketing. He knows how to capture the attention, and he knows how to use marketing to push the artwork. So see that everybody knows about it. Um, so I think this was an orchestrated marketing strategy. If it was really, really smart, because it makes you feel that you won the artwork because somebody's stealing it. So there is this no value as manual as a money um, in a commercial way. The value of wanted to be like people are risking jail or whatever, a fine to steal the artwork. Like it's more about the value of wanted the artwork. it's cool to have a Bansky. So obviously he doesn't need to, he has all the money on the world because he sells for millions. But it's more a cultural war, no war, it's a cultural thing. The fact that he wants to, if it was orchestrated, if the fact that he wants to uh, go viral, capture the attention of the marketing, of the people, and I think it was a marketing strategy. The fact that he sent somebody there to steal the artwork, and if it was really smart, really really smart. If it wasn't, if I mean, it worked anyway, like that. So yeah, that's my idea. That's my theory behind the new Bansky artwork. Anyway, quick one today. Thank you very much for listening and watching. If you're watching on YouTube, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on Spotify, drop 5 stars. Apple Podcast, the same. Please, 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 let's help this channel to grow so I can make more videos. I can invite bigger artists and we can talk about art all day long. From Matteo, guys, the Artful Podcast is out. Thank you very much.